I'm now joined in studio by Wayne Samson, Chief Executive of Ellies Holdings. He joins us now for a review of the group's provisional results for the year ended 30th April 2015. Good to have you with us as always, Wayne.
Good evening.
I was just saying to you off air that I admire the fact that you at least continue to come back and speak to us as well as your shareholders despite the tough operating conditions. But looking at people who analyze your numbers, in particular the small caps analysts, and you read their tweets, they do say that it's an awful set of results that was published on Friday after the market close. For yourself, how do you read this?
Yeah, we kind of forewarn everybody with the trading updates. We put 2 trading updates out before that. So I think the market should have been ready for what we actually put out. It was a tough year. Started in last year, July, with the cash crunch that we found ourselves in. And it's a matter of us putting our heads down and working together with our sponsors and the banks, etc., to find the right path. And I think we're on the right path now.
Walk us through the reality of the situation, though, because reading through the numbers, it doesn't look that good. How drastic and how dire is the situation with regard to looking for areas to improve your revenue streams?
Well, I think the worst is all behind us. We've had 2 rights issues, so the cash has come in. We've settled a large portion of our debt, and so we don't have that monkey hanging on our back at the moment. We can now concentrate on business going forward. As far as Megatron is concerned, we put a hold on all new business since last year, July, and now that the cash is much better, we can now concentrate on completing and closing off the projects that we still had. We still got an order book of just over 4 billion rand, and as for the consumer, in this new trading year, we seem to be trading pretty positively. So all things going well, we should be putting up positive results in the next year end. Next
year end? Where are these profits going to come from? As you say, Megatron?
Well, Megatron, like I say, the projects haven't disappeared. It's a matter of reaching the milestones, getting payment for them and closing projects out. And on the consumer side, we've been, it sounds strange, but we've been fortunate with the load shedding as one of our products, the inverter trolleys and small gen sets seem to be selling very well. We've also started tidying up our stocks. Stock levels reduced quite significantly over the last 2 years. And it's just being more prudent about business, cutting costs where we can, and trading far better. The consumer's still under a lot of pressure and still a lot of trade strain, and we've got to just cope and change the business for it.
I understand that there are companies who've been trying to take legal action against you, a company in particular by the name of GRI, if I'm not mistaken, or GR Holdings. They say that you guys have copied a inverter plug that they originally brought into the market in the early 90s.
Well, define legal action, because we haven't received any legal notice from anybody. So with regard, Mr. Rope, all he went out as a smear campaign in the media against us with no substance behind it. Unfortunately, the media accommodated and was just rubbishing our name with no backing to it. Like I say, we still don't have any legal notice from him. So it's a matter of fighting it in the media, where he had no standing legally.
So you can confirm no legal action that's been taken from his company?
Not from him, no.
Having said all of this, though, how does it impact yourself as someone who's heading up this corporation, which, as you've alluded to in the media, hasn't really received a positive rep? It's operational challenges. Here it's what you refer to as a smear campaign, and just the backlog of potential projects that should have come up on the pipeline to help increase your revenue.
It's a matter of just keeping the eye on the ball. We've had we've had a really tough year, and you know, in the last 12 months, as far as my role and the CFO, Owen Lipworth, is concerned, and the other senior members of the executive team, our main focus has been getting to sort out our debt, working with our sponsors, and just getting the company on the right path. Now that we seem to be there, it's now concentrating on making profits and making the shareholders happy again.
You're still heavily invested in the company, unlike your chairman. There have been reports here that he made a profit after significantly selling off his stake in the firm.
No, it's quite the opposite. In fact, our chairman underwrote both rights offers, and so he's taken up a significant amount of extra shares. As did I on the first rights offer. We like to believe that as management we put our money where our mouths are, and it's no good going to the shareholders and asking them for money if we're not willing to put it in there ourselves. So we believe in the company. The company's been around for over 34 years. I don't believe Ellies is going anywhere. We're a strong brand in the country, and we believe we've got our place in South Africa and inside the consumer market, and Megatron's going to grow its name in the African market.
Digital terrestrial television in South Africa, those delays again still expected to continue?
I'm very positive. I mean, we've been in more contact with USASA and the likes thereof in the last 6 months than we have in the last 8 years. The ball's definitely rolling. You must remember there's 2 stages to the digital migration. It's not only the antennas, but the first part of it will be by satellite. Places like the Northern Cape and people where the transmitters don't get to will have the rollout via satellite. Now, the court cases that are all pending and the up and down between ETV and all of that, that's to regard the terrestrial, the aerial side. So I see no reason why the satellite side won't be starting rather sooner than later.
Wayne, thank you so much for your time today. We certainly look forward to hearing from you in future, and all the best despite the tough environment. That was Wayne Samson, Chief Executive of Ellies Holdings.